Bible. Unfortunately, I'm just closing the door on your brother Hussein so we don't get into this.
The motion of stoning challenges the Quran at least on 6 occasions. And on the 7th occasion, it challenges the Quran in the sense that the Quran actually highlights that this thing explicitly has never, ever been revealed to any messenger, ever, in the past. This thing of stoning, not just Muhammad alayhi salam, ever.
Could I ask a question?
Of course you can.
If a woman is raped by a guy, does she have to bring 4 witnesses before? Does some 4 witnesses have to see her being raped, or no?
No, it doesn't. No.
So what is that 4 witnesses? What is that 4 witnesses for?
Irrespective of its nature,
Is it to protect the rapist or what? It sounds like it's protecting the rapist.
It's the 4 witnesses are for consensual sex. No, brother, Hussein, listen. You ask between a male and female. Okay, so this consensual sex between male and female.
No, I'm talking about a man raping a woman. Okay, he raped her. Okay.
Yeah, so this before we respond to you from the Quran, Hassan. Okay, what is your position? What should happen to? By the way, I just want to show you the superiority of the Quran. What do you think should happen to a rapist, and how do you establish a rapist? All right, so 2 questions there: how do you establish rape? And 2, what is the so-called accountability for rape? So that's a question for you, and then you can ask us.
Okay, rape is like when a man forces a woman, to have sex. Or it could be the other way.
I didn't say what is rape. I said, how do you establish rape? I didn't say how do you prove it. So I'm not asking you what is rape. We all know what rape is. It's when a man forces himself with a woman, or a woman forces himself with a man, or whoever does it on anybody else sexually. So any forced sexual activity is rape.
Okay.
I'm not asking for that. I'm asking you, how do you establish when rape happened, and then what is the legal punishment, the objective punishment for it? So I'm asking 2 questions: how do you establish it? And 2, what is the actual means of redress for it?
How to establish it? What do you mean, how to establish it?
Yeah, so if somebody comes along and says, "Oh, this person raped me," or whatever, how do you establish whether the rape happened or whether it's just a
lie? If a woman says, I've been raped, and then, she goes and reports it to the police, and she says, I've been raped. That's the beginning. That's an accusation, and then an investigation can be made to see if a man was there, if he was present at the scene, if there were witnesses, saw him. So those are the ways that generally when like a crime happens, that's how it is. You report it, and then the police investigate it, or the authorities.
Report the crime like that. I've had it happen to a friend of mine. So, and it's not just because it happened to a friend of mine.
I'm sorry that happened to your friend. Yeah.
Brother, can I just give you the example? So, the legal systems around the world are a sham in many ways. It depends on who you are, how weak you are, and so on, and who reports what. So, a friend of mine, for example, this is not just, by the way, just because of this instance. Any other allegation, normally the police immediately come down and crack down on you. They arrest you. Before the investigation, they actually arrest you, and then they start the investigation.
Okay.
So, for example, this friend of mine was happily married to his wife for about 16 years. And suddenly she started asking him, demanding things like he has to support her family financially and so on. He said, "Look, I'm not doing that." She said to him, "Look, if you don't support my family financially, then I'm going to ask for a divorce." So he said, "No. What's gone into you? You know what my situation is? We've got 4 kids we're raising, and at the present moment, I can't actually help them because I'm actually not working. And even if he helped them, even if he was working, he's not under any obligation to financially aid or help her family." Nonetheless, she demanded the divorce, so I gave her divorce papers. Within about within a month, immediately within a month, so we're talking about within 2 weeks, so first 2 weeks, and then she started saying, "Oh, can we come back?" So I go, "This is not a game. I gave the divorce papers, and in Islam, we can't just go so-called divorce and undivorce, divorce and undivorce. It's not a game like that." So
I think it is, but go ahead.
Yeah, go find another wife. Sorry, I'm just giving you the background very quickly. And nonetheless, so they came back to the UK. She came before him. She ransacked the house and went somewhere else. So she took all the goods, and he said, "Okay." He came after her month. He said, "Bygones be bygones." And he resumed his life. A week later, the police knocked on his door. Oh, mashallah, what are you guys? Yes, can I help you? Yes, we have allegations that your wife said the 16 years of marriage was all rape. My God, what? Okay, come along to the station, detain you for 2 days, remove your passport, give you a leg brace, track your movements. You're not allowed to leave the house after 6 p.m. You will have to report every week, once at least, to the police station. Your movement and your passport is going to remain with the police. And incidentally, the court hearing will be 1.5 years in the future. So this is now all punishment based on an allegation. Nothing whatsoever. Now, even if somebody goes off in the street and you say, look, that person has threatened my life, the police may come and arrest you depending on who you are. If you're a normal civilian, they can arrest you. If you're the prime minister or the president, they will ask what proof you have. So they have discretionary powers, but they will not arrest you immediately. This is the kind of game. And then, by the way, what happens in court is based on a balance of probability. Witnesses, people can conspire, by the way. You can get 3 witnesses, 2 witnesses, 4 witnesses, 20 witnesses. They can conspire.
Mhm.
So my question to you was, how do you establish rape? And I'm going to show you then the superiority of the Islamic system. So how would you establish it? And in under any system, choose any system,
Mhm.
theological, secular, anything. And then tell me how you establish rape. And secondly, what is the actual objective redress for it?
Well, I'm very sorry about what happened to your friend, but it doesn't make it, it doesn't excuse men who actually do rape women, So just because your friend had that experience doesn't minimize the fact that rape is a real thing and it really does happen and it needs to be punished. I mean, I'm sorry for your friend and everything. But, but what I'm saying is that the Islamic system seems a little bit ridiculous to me. Because how the heck are you going to get 4 witnesses? Okay, the woman's been raped. The woman's been raped, and then she's got to go get 4 witnesses. 4 witnesses who saw her being raped. I mean, where?
That wasn't my question.
Okay, but the thing is your question is a little bit ridiculous, and you gave me that long 3-hour preface about your friend making it wrong for people to report rape just because somebody abused it. Okay.
We're trying to contrast. Look at the Islamic system, how rotten or how good or excellent it is.
Yeah, it is rotten, but yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, I didn't need the whole. Yeah.
I'm saying, please pay attention to the question. My question.
Well, you gave me this long story. You gave me this long 3-hour story. Okay. And it's just like, so that rape isn't a real thing, and it is a real thing,
Do a runaway train. I said the question is very specific. Then you pretend it to us.
Yeah, but what about this 3-hour story that you gave me? Why did you give me that 3-hour preface?
You're showing me that you're a creature of prejudice. At the present moment, I don't want to see that.
Creature of prejudice?
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm trying to deal with you as a human being respectfully.
I don't think so, but go ahead.
You have the full right to bear on this heart. That's an exception. But before we do that, I'm giving you an open license to now define to me carefully how you would establish rape. That was my question to you. Well, what is rape? My question is a loaded question. Do not assume that this question I just thought about it off my head. So how do you establish rape?
How do you establish rape? Can you Google that? How to establish rape? How do you establish rape? I mean, what kind of question is that? I'm not a lawyer.
Try to speak over me, deflect over me. Look at the voice question.
Well, you talked for 6 hours there with that long story.
I'm saying there's no stories now. It's very direct questions to you. 2 specific questions. Number 1 question: in your system, your favorite system, it could be a theological system, a secular system, anything, even you want to invent yourself. How would you establish rape? Number 1. And number 2, how would you legally address it? In your favorite system, I'm not talking about the bad system that you don't like. I'm talking about the one that you actually will applaud and you will advocate. So tell me how you'd establish rape and how you would then redress it. And then we can ask the question of whether Islam is archaic and violent and backward and stupid afterwards. Because I'll tell you what Islam says afterwards.
All of the above, right? Yeah.
So do you understand the question?
I think I'm not really. It's kind of a crazy question, but okay. Let me attempt. Okay, first of all, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know the legal. All of the legal stuff. But in the United States, for instance, in all of the 50 states, if you have sex with a girl that is under 16, in all of the United States, you know, that's considered that's considered like a rape. You know, if like what Muhammad did with Aisha, But I'm just telling you what you're asking me about the laws in the United States. I don't know the laws in Pakistan or wherever you're from. I know the laws in America.
Again, I know you're slightly aloof. I apologize. You want to say that. You need to focus. Pay attention. Okay, I'm asking a very specific question. Choose the best system. I don't want you to give me a story.
I'm telling you about the American system. That's what I know.
I don't give a monkey about the US system unless it's the one you're advocating. You said this.
I'm American, so I'm going to talk about the American system. You know.
You happen to be Russian. Listen to me very carefully.
I think it's in England too.
The best system that you're advocating, whether it happens to be Russian or US or Chinese, I don't care. Tell me this is the right system, the ideal system, and this is what I believe how rape should be established, and this is what should be the legal
established.
However, if there's no system in the planet, I would say, listen, I know I don't want to say you're aloof. Please pay attention. If you think all the legal systems are rubbish, you could invent your own. Bring me the standard by which you set things, and then you could turn the question to Islam. If you don't have the standard, you need to go to the audience and mute yourself and learn something. If you do have a standard of measure, then you can now advocate that standard. Tell us clearly how you'll establish rape and how you will objectively redress it. And if you don't have that, just sit in the audience and listen. Don't criticize anyone. You have no right to criticize any system around the planet unless you have the ideal system. If you don't have the ideal system, you don't have a right to say anything about anybody.
Well, you know what? I disagree with your premise there, because it's like when you see something that is obviously ridiculous, which I believe that the Islamic system is obviously ridiculous. I mean, a woman is being raped and she's got to get 4 witnesses. You got to get 4 witnesses, and they have to be male witnesses. You got to have 4 men watching her being raped. You got to have 4 men watching her when she's being raped.
And then we'll bring you back up. We'll bring you back up in a moment. People have all they do is blame others.
I know. I was just asking, where does he really see the Islamic system being implemented? Like, what's his complaint?
I don't think he even knows what the Islamic system is. But Hussein, we're going to bring you back up.
He has no idea.
Yeah, Hussein, we're going to bring you back up. To be fair. So anybody who claims to be a decent person or a person of God especially, they need to be fair. And if they're going to be fair, they're going to say point fingers at everybody else. Look at everybody. Everybody's not perfect. Are you perfect? And if you're perfect, then you have a right to point fingers. Or if you're better, you have a right to point fingers. But if you're less better, then you don't have that right. Now, Hussein, the question is very simple.
Jesus said. Jesus said.
I know, but we're not talking about Jesus. We're talking about Hussein.
But Jesus said that one has not sinned, throw a stone.
I know. That's the standard. I know. But then if somebody didn't sin, like a child, they should be able to maybe throw a stone. But anyway, I don't believe in stoning people. You understand? Jesus himself needs to respond to some issues. Hussein, we're going to bring you back up. Please stay focused.
We can talk about Jesus washing feet too.
Yeah, I know, but we're not talking about Jesus because Hussein has an Islamophobic attitude. That's what it appears to be the case. Hussein proved me wrong. Hussein,
I think Mahdi, while you are bringing Hussein up, whenever I debate people who are not Muslim or staunch Islamophobes about this topic, I just bring it back to the argument about morality. What is good and what is bad, right? You mentioned a really good point to him. You said, what is the alternative, or what is your kind of reference? What do you consider the standard when it comes to rape or all this stuff, right?
Let me on. Yeah, boy.
When it comes to rape,
yeah, boy.
homosexuality, because the room says, what is the punishment?
Golden Crusade. I don't know if you can come on tonight. Would love to have you come on tonight if you can.
If not a kind of a criminal
in 10 hours.
According to
I'd love to have you come on to share your testimony.
And he says, I'm American because he has an American accent. According to America and Canada by extension, it was being a homosexual as part of the DSM-4. The DSM-4 is basically this book, this textbook that lists all these psychiatric
This guy wants to go. He's an expert on America's sex laws.
And removed to allow for the transgender to be accepted. You have gender dysphoria. And one of them was homosexuality.
Brother.
So someone who's a homosexual.
17 hours with medications.
So over time, because people just accept it,
Would you hurry up?
It's It's a
Yeah,
common
boy,
phenotype of human beings.
yalla.
We no longer consider this. They should not be punished. Not only should they be kind of sent to psychiatric hospitals, they should be treated as normal human beings and kind of respected, right? So there's no framework. So the whole essence of morality, what's good and what's bad in American culture, that's his frame of reference, right? It changes day by day. But one day, second day, it just constantly changes its subjective ways. And that's the thing. And because you don't have a set foundation of what's good and what's bad, right? You can't really debate with someone about something that's good and bad.
You're gonna let me on? He told me for an hour that he's gonna let me on. Okay, he told me for an hour he's gonna let me on. You know, okay.
When you yourself, you don't even have a framework for
Yeah,
what's good
right.
and what's bad. You know.
Hello.
One day homosexuality is bad.
I'm here.
And today in 2023 it's good. And the thing is, right now, being in those who identify as
Hello, I'm
intersex,
here.
and those
These
who
guys are
partake in
talking for
intersex,
6
have
hours.
sex between
Let's see if they're
brothers
gonna
and
let me
sisters.
back on. Let me see if
Tomorrow,
these guys are gonna
based
let
on
me
that
back
section,
on.
it's
You know, I ought to just let them do their little echo chamber. Yeah.
It's fine. That's the justification for homosexuality. And tomorrow,
Mhm.
when they say, okay, I'm going to use
Let me see
condoms
when they're
and protection
done.
between brothers and sisters, and we don't harm
Yeah,
anyone, we don't have any
boy.
deformed babies,
3 hours.
will be lawful. And then
Echo chamber.
pedophilia, etc., right? So,
Listen,
yeah.
the thing about somebody like
Hussein, even Hussein, who's Islamophobe,
Islamophobe. Hussein. My name's Hussein. I'm an Islamophobe. Yeah.
prove to me homosexuality is good.
I'm also a white supremacist too, huh?
You can, yeah.
Justin, I agree with you. The thing about
You know
somebody
why
like Brother
they have
Hussein,
so many people?
just one minute of background. Think about
Because
like
of the
Brother
church.
Hussein. Brother Hussein.
Let me see if they'll let me back on.
In my opinion, now Brother Hussein, I hope I'm wrong about you. So if you're a person of integrity, what you should do is have a viable standard by which to measure people, yourself, and others.
Yo, boy.
Now, I'm going to bring you up,
Yeah.
Brother Hussein.
Okay.
If you advocate Christianity, secularism, Islam, anything, no problem. You have a right to point fingers. And then show how the thing that you believe in is superior, and that's why you are pointing fingers at others.
Yo,
You need to
boy.
highlight what is
Yo,
wrong and what is
boy,
right.
yeah.
Absolutely correct. However, if you just want to voice out your anger and your own so-called prejudices, this is not the stage for it. There's counseling you should take. But if you want to come up, Brother Justin, tell us how and why you left Islam, and why, because it's archaic and violent and so on.
It
and
is
there's a better system.
all the
Then
above.
you can come
It
up
is
on
all
stage
the above. It
and
is
tell us
all
the
the
best
above.
system first and foremost. In any issue that you want to criticize in, I will be happy to listen to you. And if you by day prove that there's a better system, a more just system,
Yes,
a
it's
more
much
truthful
more
system,
just
I personally
system.
would leave
A
Islam.
much more
Listen,
just
they'll
system.
condemn me and make takfir on me, but I'll leave it with you.
Yes.
I become an ex-Muslim like you. But I'm saying, if you have some issues, so-called prejudices, you need counseling. I'm saying.
You
So do you want to come up? Raise your hand if you want to come up.
I need
and
counseling. I
tell
need
us
counseling.
what is actually,
Yo,
how would you
boy.
actually prove or establish rape,
Mhm.
not just based on claim,
Establish rape.
by any system.
Is there
like
anybody here who
secular
knows how to
system, if it's the
establish
US you wanna
rape?
use, excellent. You would come up, and then we're going to contrast Islam versus the US. And if Islam happens to be superior than the US system,
For
you are wrong-footed.
Mhm.
That means all you have is your prejudice.
Mhm.
That's all. That's the reason why you left Islam. But if you could show us a system, whether devised by Jesus or Yahweh or a secular standard out there that actually robustly, one, establishes what rape is when there is an accusation, and two, how it robustly and objectively deals with the crime of rape, and then you want to contrast this with the Quran, and the Quran happens to be inferior, or then the wider teachings of Islam happen to be inferior, excellent. This is the stage for you. But please don't come up and do this rant of yours that you're doing as an Islamophobe. That's all. The reason why you left Islam so far, and I hope you prove me wrong, is because you have a prejudice in your heart. Your heart is not clean. Brother Hussein, and I don't say this to you honestly to insult you.
no, it's beautiful what you're saying.
Please come up and prove me wrong. Hussein,
Okay.
you have the mic.
I
I'm sorry.
also want him to justify the Catholic churches who set up churches in indigenous of Canada and rape young
You know,
children.
just the system that he personally
No,
believes in.
that's the Catholic. Well, this is.
I
the
know,
system
otherwise I would
of the
accuse you of
Church
hypocrisy.
Jesus Christ.
No, Nouri.
No,
Otherwise I
just
would
want to
accuse the man of
justify-
hypocrisy. The
Okay.
system he believes in personally. He needs to contrast
Could
this
I
with-
say something about what the
system,
woman
and
said?
you believe in it.
Can I say something about what the woman said? Because the woman said something. Could I say something about what the woman said? The woman said something interesting. Can you let the woman talk too? Can you let the woman?
How many churches
Can you let the woman talk? Please let the woman talk. The woman has some great things to say. Please let the woman talk. Please let the woman talk.
No.
Let the woman talk. A woman has the right to talk too, okay? Please let the woman talk, okay? She had some great things to say. I think you should listen. Don't always silence the woman, okay? I know Muhammad did that, but you don't have to do that, okay?
I understand. Are you going to vent your Islamophobia again?
Okay. No, it's just that the woman was talking. You weren't letting her talk. You should let the woman talk.
That's not my take at the present moment. I want to give you the opportunity to say yourself.
I want to, okay.
Show us how Islam is decadent.
Okay.
But to do this, you need to show us a system that is superior.
Okay.
Choose anything you like, but make sure you stick to it, because I'm going to hold you to account by it.
Well, you know, I kind of like.
Away from the Bible. I mean,
okay. In the Islamic system.
If you hide behind the U.S. system,
okay,
it shows me that your Bible is useless.
But can we talk about Muhammad's system?
No. We could talk first of all about the standard that you uphold first, and then we'll talk about Islam. If you're not willing to do that, you're going to go to the audience.
Okay. Well, you know, the American system. You know, I'm not a police.
You uphold that system.
Yeah.
Superior to the Bible, and then we're going to measure it with Islam. Uphold that.
You know, it's the American legal system.
No. I'm not.
You're not concerned about the American legal system?
You're not going to hide behind any system until you tell me this is the
Dude,
system you believe in.
Do you just want me to talk about the Bible?
No, the system that you believe in. It doesn't matter.
Okay, but I'm in America. I believe in the American system. I believe
that. So you believe that's the most superior system than any other system?
Absolutely. It's superior to Islam,
so
yes.
The teachings of Jesus.
Superior to the system of Islam.
No, the teachings of Jesus. Otherwise,
okay.
I want you to go to the teachings of Jesus. You have to.
So you do. You just want to talk about the Bible, then. You don't want to talk about the legal system. Okay. Okay.
The most superior system, and then we're going to contrast it.
Okay.
I don't want any second best, third best. I'm happy to be in the US and so on. This is crybaby. I don't want to hear the crybaby. I want the highest standard.
ما شاء الله ما شاء الله عنك يا عمي. خليك ضل تحكي. بدك تحكي نص ساعة كمان نص ساعة. يلا يابا. Okay. No, I'm telling you the right system. Okay. God forbid a woman has been raped. That she would.
What is the system first? Someone tell us what it is. I don't want you to hide. He said the American system. Okay. So this system is the most superior system that you have.
It's way superior to Muhammad's system. Okay.
No.
It's way superior to Muhammad's system.
Is it superior than Yahweh's system?
It's superior to Muhammad's system. Okay.
Is it superior to your man, your Lord Jesus? If it is, then I'm going to.
You know, don't be disrespectful to Jesus. Don't disrespect Jesus like that, okay? Because even Muslims acknowledge Jesus. You're being disrespectful when you say your man Jesus. When you say your man Jesus, that you're making.
All right, so let's go back to something else. This guy using Islam before.
It's a waste of time.
Okay, they call me a waste of time. Okay, so they didn't let me talk. You saw they asked and they didn't let me talk. So yeah, maybe later on they'll find out that their room is boring without me. So, okay.
Then within these churches, and also like through their wars.
I really want to answer that lady. That lady's talking about look what the church. It's just the only difference is that the church punished those guys, whereas Islam condones it through Muhammad. You know, Muhammad married a 6-year-old girl. There's a verse in the Quran that allows the marriage of prepubescent girls, chapter 65, verse 4. You know, that's how I would respond, but they're not letting me. So without any understanding, believe me, I have understanding. I want to talk to you. Yeah, they're cowards.
Yeah, but this kind of Islamophobic attitude.
And this Islamophobic attitude. If you can say Islamophobic attitudes with the British accent, it really makes you sound authoritative. Islamophobic attitudes.
So any time next time you want to come in, you bring me your standard blueprint. I will contrast it.
I got to bring blueprints next time to get on this stupid room. Normal dialogue. Right. Please. These guys are liars. Yeah, because they know what they got with Muhammad and that stupid system where, you know, if a woman gets raped, she's got to bring 4 witnesses. And if it's women, it's got to be 8 witnesses because a woman's testimony is worth half of a man's.
Having normal debate with people who respect you, but those who don't respect you and those who don't.
Yeah, boy, yeah, haram.
To put you down, I think that harshness is required.
Yo, bull.
And
Yo,
also,
bull.
I think
Yo,
you should stop
bull.
referring to him as ex-Muslim. This guy clearly is not an ex-Muslim. This guy was never Muslim.
Yes.
They're still talking about
Mahdi,
me.
You know why he actually resorted to the American system? Because Christianity was destroyed by Paul. Paul the Apostle came and he said that the law of God is based
It's
on the
turned
cross.
into an echo chamber, you guys. So I don't want to listen to these waste of time. So let's see if there's another group that'll let us in.
You know, somebody was asking a very good question is that how come Muawiyah appointed Yazid knowing that he had all of these qualities in him? Like he was a drunkard, he believed in incest.
Because he was like
because
Muhammad.
I saw quite a strong video about this that
I'm in
they
another
said
room.
that on one hand Yazid believed in all of these things, and Imam Hussein alayhi salam in Karbala, he put a line. Like they said that Karbala was a line.
Karbala was the line. Okay.
بقول لك
هذه عربي.
مش
This room is Arabic, you guys. Let's see.
had all of these bad qualities in him, and
Bad qualities.
Superior system that he knows, no problem. Then we could now start
Right,
the actual
right.
line of questioning and compare it to Islam. And actually,
Compare it
I've
to
shown
the-
I actually do know up to now everything I've seen so far, past or present. It pales when it comes to Islam. It's not in the same league in any area. By the way.
No,
It's
nobody
in any
wants to
area.
be in the same league with
It's
Islam.
values.
Nobody
It's
wants to be in the
standards
same league with
and
Islam.
Ever devised by man.
Uh-huh.
Up to now, they all pale
MashaAllah.
relative to the standard of Islam in every area.
Mm-hmm.
Human rights, justice, what have you, anything, critical thinking, any area.
Critical
So if you
thinking.
want to do this contrast next time, Hussein, if you want to come up and start talking about Muhammad and so on, I know you raise your hand. We'll bring you up, but then we don't want to hear about the Prophet Muhammad and Islam. We want to hear about your standard system, how it establishes when an allegation of rape has been made, that it's a real rape. We want to know how you will do this, whether by witnesses or by any other means. You know, you could bring the standard forward and then tell us what's the objective redress for rape. And then when you've shown these two robustly, you have now then the right to turn into Islam and say, look at this vile backward system and let's compare it with the system that you advocated. But otherwise, you tell me in the US we do this and this. I don't care about that. I understand it.
He doesn't care what we do in the US,
I could deal with him, I'm going to.
and he won't let me talk about Islam.
I say,
He doesn't care what we're doing in the US, and he doesn't want me to talk about Islam either. Okay. Okay, let's see if they let me on. I think they'll let me on.
Yeah, somebody could bring him up, but they're not coming up to me. I've actually pushed him down twice. Anyway, somebody wants to take the mic?
Okay, I'm on. Hi.
Yes, Hussein, you're back up.
Okay,
what
thank
is at
you.
hand. You
Okay.
have to talk about your system, the
Mhm.
one you believe. You have to tell us.
Mhm.
I recognize this system to be the most superior system ever
Mhm.
seen in this earth.
Okay.
And it is the most superior system. And this is how it establishes rape when an allegation has been
Mhm.
made of rape.
Okay.
Actually, this is how it proves that rape has occurred.
Okay.
And two, this is how it objectively deals with it.
Yes.
And now we're to show that this system is superior than Islam. You could now have a right to turn it onto Islam.
Okay.
But if you can't do this, Hussein,
Mhm.
go get some counseling.
Oh, go get. Okay. First of all, thank you for that time in the echo chamber. It was great. No, the Quran says that a woman's testimony is worth half of a man.
This is the point.
You need two women for one man.
Hussein,
Two women for one man. So what? My question is, if you need 4 men, do you need 8 women to watch the rape in order for you?
Why are you so absent-minded? I told you what you have to do. You need to show us that system.
I told
advocate
them,
system that you
because
believe
in
first and
Islam,
foremost.
you need
Honestly,
two.
when we get
You
those guys
need
to start telling about
2
talking
women
about
for
Islam,
every
we're
1
talking
man.
about
Their Bible blames everything on Eve.
2 women for 1 man. Okay, so this woman's testimony is worth half of a man's testimony, right?
Okay.
Isn't that the beginning of this? Let's see. You know, those guys got busted so many times, you guys, but they still wanted to bring me back up. But I don't know what they want me to say. They didn't want me to talk about the American system. They didn't want me to talk about the British system. They didn't want me to talk, about what Muhammad said. You know, in Islam, you have to have 4 witnesses for a rape. You know, that means that 4 men have to be watching it. 4 men have to be watching it. 4 men. And if it's not 4 men, then there has to be 8 women, because a woman's testimony, according to the Quran, is half of a man's testimony. How the heck are you going to get 8 women to be watching, or 4 men to be watching a rape as it's occurring? How can one man not get involved and protect the woman? Why is he standing there watching? 4 men have to be watching this in order for it to be, you know. So anyway, let them, hopefully, at least that woman is going to think about this. And, wait a minute, why are they doing this? You know? So anyway, you guys, I just wanted to do that before I go out to deliver pizzas. And so, yes. So pray for me, you guys. I need to deliver a lot of pizzas today. So I want major orders like $40, $50, stuff like that. Hey, Golden Crusade, can you come on right now, Golden Crusade? I don't know if Golden Crusade, if you can come on. If you can come on, we'd love to have you come and share your testimony if you can. You can. I demand a big tip. I demand a 20% tip. So okay. Oh wow. Okay, guys. Golden Crusade is. Oh shoot, you guys. Darn it. Oh shucks. You know what I did? Oh shoot. Okay. I've got a few minutes, Golden Crusade. If you could just come on for a few minutes. I'm sorry, I gotta go. I accepted the order. I don't want it, but I accidentally accepted it. So I have to go. But I could take a few minutes. I can wait a few minutes. I'd like to just have you come on for a few minutes just to say hi. You don't have to show your face or anything. I'm a loser, yes. Yeah. Isn't that amazing, you guys? Talking about something like that, and yet it's like they keep, oh, you can't come, oh, shoot. Do you think you'll be able to come tonight, Golden Crusade? Okay, man. Sorry, you guys. I'm sorry, Golden Crusade. It was an accident. You see, you push one button, and then that means that that means you accepted it. I wanted to reject it so that we could have more time, but I ended up accepting it. So I'm sorry to you, Golden Crusade, that I did that. But I look forward to having you come on. You know, really looking forward to hearing from you. And that's true. You're right, Shimonian. I am really, I should be rebuked publicly, and thank you for doing it. You see, guys, I need to be rebuked publicly, and Sam Shimon is rebuking me publicly. But we'll be on tonight at 10 o'clock, you guys. So whoever can come, would love to see you guys. Have a great day. I have to go deliver pizzas. So God bless you guys. All right. Have a great night or day.